Life is not cut and dry. Nothing is black and white. No person is all good or all bad. And oftentimes, I think we put people in situations into two buckets. It's good or it's bad. Anything added is just someone making excuses. And the only way for someone to move out of your bad category is forgiveness. Forgiveness as an action. You would need to choose to look past someone's faults. And that can be hard, or you might expect them to do something worthy of redemption. And I say, screw it all. People are going to look down on you for any number of preconceived notions about how you live your life, what you've done, and at the end of the day, if you can't accept me as I am now, you'll never accept who I become. If you see me as bad, you will never see me as good. It's hard to pinpoint when people change, but people do slowly, and that is a heavy burden on young people. Your past can haunt you, it can affect your present. A lot of times, people have to move away to avoid those types of situations. You can be different. You're not who you were yesterday. If someone is unable to accept your faults, then it's probably not going to get better as time goes on. Surround yourself with people that accept you as you are. You can't choose your family. You might not be able to avoid your bullies. However, you can change your outlook on life. Mistakes can only define who you were, not who you become. There's something we shouldn't forget, but not something to dwell on. What if is not a question, it's a curse. Strength comes from overcoming hardship. What caused it doesn't matter. Forward is the only direction. Mistakes are the fastest way to grow as a person, so don't live in regret. Someone who admits their faults is wise. A fool are those who brush it off, doomed to repeat themselves. Know that everyone has bad days. Everyone makes mistakes. Treat every situation as an example instead of a rule. Just because something happens once does not mean it will keep happening. Look for the best in people. Learn to love yourself. You are such a complex individual with motives and reasons that you yourself aren't aware of consciously. When you fall and there's no one to pick you up, it's your duty to treat yourself. Sometimes you need to be more selfish, do things for yourself. Fill yourself with happiness so that you can share that excess with others again. Spend your time just existing with apathy. Time will make things better. Wishing for help won't always save you. It's okay to cry, it's okay to yell, be depressed. Someone tells you to stop being sad. What do they know? You have feelings that need to be expressed, not suppressed. There are a lot of unhealthy coping mechanisms out there. Try to find something that's safe, whether that's confiding in someone, spending time in hobbies, or just going outside. Be unpredictable. Do anything and everything that might give you some comfort. Try to feel alive again. The best cure for unhappiness is doing things you can smile about. Sometimes you know someone who is depressed. You might feel obligated or responsible for helping them, but you aren't responsible for other people's happiness. You can try the best you can, but that doesn't mean you will be able to help. If someone says they want to die, give them a support number. You aren't always qualified to be emotional support. There are days you won't have what it takes. It's okay. That doesn't mean you're a bad friend. You can be emotionally spent. Admit that you don't know everything. Do what you can, but don't feel like their problems are your own. Their situations are not your burden. Friends need someone to hear them. They want to be heard. Listen to their complaint, to their sorrow, to their fears. Many times that's enough. You don't need to give them your opinion. You don't need to offer solutions. You don't need to fix their problems. Everything in life is just better when you share it, the good and the bad. Put love into practice whenever you can. You choose to love and how you love. Love is different things to different people. Your family, your friends, your wife, your kids. You love them differently. But to love someone, you have to make an active choice. Love is feeling. You either like cake, hate cake, or love cake. There is a difference. To love a stranger is to help them out when you gain nothing. To love family is to give them your time. To love a child is to support and protect them. To love your spouse is to put them before yourself. But you have to choose that route. You have to act. Love is action. Love is patience, the ability to listen before reacting. Love is forgiveness, to forgive yourself and others. Forgiving someone can help you emotionally, and not forgiving yourself is saying you aren't worth it, that you don't deserve to live. But you are worth it every time. Aspire to live in a way that would make anyone proud. If you don't live up to those expectations, just do your best. Don't live up to others' expectations. If they are also your expectations, then sure, but having someone else dictate your life is not happiness. The best path in life is not always the hard path. You could go and get a high paying job, but if you're miserable, it's like throwing your life away. You don't want to live in regret, and it's never too late to make a change. Break bad habits by asking yourself why you do them and what you can do instead. If you need more time in your life, uninstall your phone apps, your phone games, whatever makes it harder for you to waste time. If you want to spend less time watching TV or on the computer, unplug the TV from the wall. The harder it is to do something, the less likely you are to do it. But give yourself alternatives. If you want to read more, have books in arm's reach of your couch spot. If it's easier to read a book than get up and plug in your devices, you might just retrain your habits. If you want to stop eating chips, put pretzels in arm's reach. Eating too much popcorn, buy veggie straws. Making yourself change is about finding reasons to change. Just wanting something is not a recipe for success. Cut out toxic relationships. Someone may be toxic for your health, and that person might be perfectly okay for other people. It might not be a them problem, it could be a problem with you. They might influence the way you talk or act in a way that you don't want to. Be honest. It's not childish to stick up for yourself or to walk away. Show me your friends and I'll show you your future. You will always be influenced by those around you. You don't need a lot of friends. You should be nice to everyone, but that doesn't mean you need to be part of a group. Group mentality is a one-way street. If someone jumps overboard, you feel obligated to jump too. So don't be afraid to cut people out. Just try to be as nice and mature about it as you can and express your feelings. Sometimes there's a miscommunication. If someone ticks you off, you can try having a heart-to-heart where you're honest with them. When you do this, I feel this. Can you do this instead? If they don't want to, that's fine. Some differences are deal breakers. You can care for someone and not see eye to eye. Some relationships should be dissolved. Your mental health is like a bank account. You can't keep spending without going bankrupt. You need something to invest in you. How can you give the best parts of yourself when you're unhappy? How can you keep giving when you're empty and miserable? People want your best, but sometimes you don't have it available. Acknowledge when you feel empty, then do something different for once. True happiness doesn't come from your dream job. It comes from your relationships, the time you spend with others. Achievements are only celebrated for a day. Friends can last a lifetime. You can't be content with what you possess. You have to share things first. Talk with someone, not at them. You don't need to achieve anything to be satisfied. Just live in the present moment. Strangers who talk about the weather are the kind of people I want to be. Every friend was once a stranger, and every person is a friend in the making. Ask yourself tough questions. What type of person do you want to be? Reevaluate your morals. Don't give up on your dreams, and if you achieve your dreams, make more goals. Time is a thief that steals everything, but it's also a healer. It takes away good and bad. It amplifies change, unbiased. Life sucks half the time. Time respects nothing. Nothing is fair. We are always losing stuff. But a loss means you had something to lose. Loss is a testament to your existence, a treasure in your heart. Hope isn't constant. We can lose hope, but we'll find it again and reinvent ourselves. Hope is the yearning for things worth losing, making the best out of each moment. Living is the absence of certainty, taking risks and accepting loss. Spend your time on things that are truly valuable, things that you don't want to lose. That way, you won't have regrets when it's gone.